Hello dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to our YouTube channel, the Magnificat Family Channel. How have you been? How is the Lenten season? We are still in the first week. We're about to make 2 weeks since the Lenten season began. Can you see we are all in purple? Purple, purple. On the altar, purple. The priest put on purple. Lady G puts on purple. It's the time for Lent. See my purple? Purple time. It's time for Lent. Dear brothers and sisters, we are talking about Lent and in the area of fasting. And we are talking about this fasting, real fasting from food. There are those who are doing some abstinences, which is fine, but now we are talking about real fasting. Eating at intervals, we looked at intermittent fasting, but also there are those who are really doing the dry fasting. Today in this video, we want to share about some health tips that are going to help us in this Lenten season. But before that, friends, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Thank you. It's a season of Lent, season of fasting. And I want to refer you to one of the first videos in January. I began this year with 30 days of intermittent fasting. And there mainly I was talking about the spiritual benefits, but also I remember there were also some health, but mainly it was spiritual benefits that we gain from fasting. I began my year with 30 days of fasting. And friends, to cut the story short, some of the things I fasted for, I prayed for. My prayer intentions in January, some of them I've already got. Thanks be to God. I've already got some of the things I prayed for when I fasted for 30 days. I'm not saying fasting is the only way our prayers are answered, but our Lord Jesus Christ said, when they asked him how come for us we could not heal this person, how come we could not pray and this situation goes, Jesus told them, some of these situations go with much prayer and fasting. So I've already got some testimonies. When the time is right, friends, I'll share with you what I have already gotten. I'm writing everything here. It's in my book. Like there is something I got. I think it was in the second week or the third week. I think it was the second week of my fasting in January. And I got a certain breakthrough, which I'll tell you when the time is right. But just know that I already have some testimonies since the year began January, because I dedicated my year through fasting and prayer. There are also, please, if you want to know some spiritual benefits of fasting, please go to this Magnificent Family Channel. You will find starting there with 30 days of intermittent fasting. Now, briefly, there are health benefits of fasting. Since fasting affects our digestion, digestion, there are health benefits associated with that. When we stop the routine of eating breakfast, lunch, supper, and then we say maybe only breakfast, or we say no lunch, or we say intermittently, you have a fasting window, you say maybe for 8 hours I will not be eating, or for 6 hours I will not be eating. What happens? We have disorganized the system of the body. So in the process, since we are not now putting in food, The body is able to recycle its cells. It's able to use its stores. The body stores its food inside. So when we are not eating, the body is able to recycle. So there is that recycling of of uh, of nutrients, of cells. So we can survive still without food, and that one is bringing other health benefits, as we shall see. And then we are able to burn some extra fat. We have fat in our body sometimes which we do not need. Sometimes we've gained a lot of weight and we are almost going into obesity. So fasting helps us to burn fat, and we remain with that one which is really necessary. So we lose some weight, and in the process of losing weight and burning that fat, we are declogging our veins, our we are being declogged. We empty our veins that have been clogged with fat, with so many toxins. We are all the organs are they are suffocating. So when we burn our fat, when we help, we relieve the body organs. The heart is all piled with fat. The intestines are piled with fat. Almost everywhere there is fat. So when we allow the body to burn this fat, we are able to feel relieved, and we lose some weight, and we remain with that weight which is necessary. And by burning fat, we are reducing on some of the health risks, hypertension, those cardiovascular risks. We are able, some diseases, them, high blood pressure, most of those sicknesses. So when we fast, we are able to reduce the risk of getting those sicknesses. Because the system is cleaning itself, we happen to have a good skin. Because at first we have too much fat, we have toxins, we are all suffocating. Sometimes the skin is not good, but when we are fasting, we are flushing out toxins. We are likely to have, not even we are likely, we just have a nice skin when we are fasting. And if you're a bride and you're getting married after the Lenten season, try fasting right now. I'm telling you, you're going to look so gorgeous on your wedding day because the body is cleaning itself. The skin, you're going to have a nice skin. You're going to have a nice body. When we are fasting, there is a way we concentrate. We have high levels of concentration. So because of that, we are able to do a lot of work. We accomplish a lot of tasks because we have high levels of concentration. Those are some of the health benefits of fasting. Now, what are some of the health tips? Tips that can help us as we are fasting, because fasting affects our digestive system right from the mouth up to stomach, intestines, up to the end. So what are some of the tips that can help us with our digestion, our health, but generally our immune system? Something to note here, when we are starting fasting, be alerted that you might feel some headache in the first 2 to 3 days, first 2 days, let me say. You can feel some headache. Why? There's this abrupt disorganization of the body system. The brain has been telling the stomach, now it is time for breakfast. It is 7 a.m., you're having breakfast. The brain has been telling the stomach, the system, that now it is time for lunch. Prepare yourself. Now at this time, all that is not happening. So what happens? We are likely to have some headache because the system is now disorganized. But after 2 to 3 days, you're going to be normal, you're going to feel fine. I just wanted to alert you in case you started fasting and you felt some headache because your system is being interrupted. Number one tip is take some lukewarm water, friends, at intervals. Take some water. It's a good thing to take water. Why are we taking water, friends? You don't take it with an intention of satisfying your thirst, but you're taking it with an intention of health. Not with an intention of wanting to be satisfied, but you want for health purposes. Take some water. Why? When we are fasting, all that is in our stomach, all that is in our intestines is being eaten up inside there in a way that liquids are getting out, the liquids in whatever is inside here is being milked out. Sorry. It's being squeezed out. And we are visiting the washroom often. Why? We are removing the liquids which were in the solids which are inside. So when we go and, okay, let me use the real word. When we pass urine, when we urinate, and then we are not putting in more water, it leaves whatever was inside the stomach or intestines to become very hard because water is being removed from there in form of urine. Water is being absorbed from the liquids. So you remain with a hard substance in your intestines. You remain with that hard thing. So the time you'll be removing it, friends, you're going to be struggling. You hear people struggling in the toilet. They want to pass out that hard thing, which has become solidified. It is like a rock. So you're there struggling to push out a rock from your intestines. And that one can leave you tearing. It can tear. It can tear you, and you can even have blood when you're producing that hard thing. So that's why we take water. We take water to help that thing come out. Normally, we should not have solidified hard things in our intestines. And sometimes when they sit for long, when those hard things sit for long on the walls of our intestines, when they sit for long, they can even I don't want to use a bad language. They can scrub and they leave us with some wounds which can become stomach ulcers or intestinal ulcers. So water helps us to keep pushing out. But also, water helps us to push out toxins. Our bodies are full of toxins. That's why when we don't take water while we are fasting, when we go to the washroom, to the toilet, we are passing out concentrated urine, which has a strong smell and which is so dark. It is yellowish orange. Every time, my brother, my sister, you go to the toilet and you're passing out yellowish urine, which has even gone to almost orange, there's a problem. The best way to do it is whenever you're going to the washroom, check your urine. Your urine should be clear white. Clear white. Or let it be at least a little bit off-white, but it should be somehow clear white like this water. Each time you go to the washroom and your urine is yellowish, it is turning into orange, there's a problem. The system is telling you, please, I need water, I need some water, friends. We are flushing out dangerous toxins, disease-causing toxins from our system. So when we are fasting, it would be good to keep urinating. It's healthy. Now, my brothers and sisters, they are those ones who are so strict. They are doing dry fasting. They don't want water. They don't want to take any drop. If it were possible, they would even stop saliva. They would even stop swallowing of saliva. What I can say to those brothers and sisters who really want to go dry completely, at least before you're breaking your fast, take some lukewarm water. First, before you put in food, put in some lukewarm water. Why? The water will open the system slowly. We'll try to prepare the system slowly that food is about to come in. It will try to enlarge the intestines and the stomach. Because you've been shrunk, you've been this small, so now the water is trying to enlarge the intestines, enlarge the stomach, prepare the system that, you know what, we are in the process of starting to eat. So brothers and sisters who do dry fasting, you don't want any water. Please take some water before you eat food. And before you put in food, at least let this water first come out through urine. First clean the system. Because fasting is helping us to clean the system. It is cleaning the system from every part of our body. Fasting is removing toxins and concentrating that toxin into, keeping it in the store inside. So the urine wants to come out. It is packed with toxins. But for you, you're saying, no, don't take my toxins. I want my toxins to remain inside. I don't want them to go out. Leave. So you're becoming a store of toxins, and you're becoming a store of dangerous rocks which should go out. You're saying, no, leave my things alone. Leave my filth inside. So water. Sorry, I've overemphasized the need for water, but water is life. We need water in our blood for the flow of our blood. We need water. We need water for so many reasons. The scientists tell us, it's not my words, the scientists said that it is good to take water. So even when we are fasting, take in some little water. Brothers and sisters, when we are fasting, we are denying our body of some of the nutrients that we used to have before we are fasting. So it is advisable to take as much vegetables and fruits. Friends, this is what I've managed to get today. I have some fruits here. I don't know whether you can see them. Can you see them? We have a green type there. We have a yellow one. We have a creamish one. So these are my fruits which I'm going to eat. You can eat the ones you have here, the ones that you can afford. You can eat those ones. These ones are helping us, the fruits and vegetables are helping us to now treat the body. Toxins are being removed. Now these ones are coming in to, first of all, to treat, but also to treat in a way of boosting the immunity, because we don't want to fall sick. We don't want our immunity to go down. So we are eating this to boost our immunity. Anti-inflammatory rows of fruits and vegetables. You're trying to eat these ones in the Lenten season. But also if outside Lent, or when we are not fasting, it is advisable to have a plate of fruits or a plate of vegetables. Oh, sorry. I think this one is saying that I should eat it. Okay. That is your Lady G. So fruits and vegetables are very, very important. They are also helping us. If we are not taking water, they're also helping us to clean the system. And you can eat them before breaking your fast. Before breaking your fast, you eat them, give them some time to first sit and do their work, then bring in the solid food. It will also, the fruits and vegetables, they also help us to digest the food so fast. They will help us in digestion. So friends, shall we say we shall be having a plate of fruits or veggies? The ones you can afford. Today, this is what I can afford. Take the one that is within your means. This is what I could afford today. You can afford something much better than this. We want to eat soft food first before we break, as we break our fast. We want to start with soft food. Your system has become so little bit tender. It's quite delicate, so it cannot digest hard substances. So we want to start with soft food. Start and eat slowly. Don't eat too much. Because I've been fasting, I need to eat as fast. My friend, you're going to have a stomach pain, stomach ache. Eat slowly, and if you could also eat at intervals, because we don't want to open the stomach. We don't want to open the intestines, which were a little bit shrunk, which have been a bit idle, and then all of a sudden you swallow much food and it bulges. Whoop! You know, like a balloon. If you blow a balloon at first, if you blow a balloon, it is likely to burst if you use a lot of pressure. So want to eat at intervals. Eat, swallow slowly, eating more, because we want to expand our system, our stomach, our intestines, slowly. And when we are breaking our fast, as we have said, and even after the Lenten season, avoid hard substances like big chunks of meat. Let me give you a scenario. What happened to me after my 30 days of fasting in January when I started this year? I refer you again to my video, Jan. After the 30 days, friends, I began now, when Feb started, I now began eating meat, had big chunks of meat. Friends, I would have a stomach ache for 2 days and nights. The tummy is hurting. I eat meat again, the stomach would hurt for 1 day until the system now started getting used, until my digestive energy now was restored, that now I could digest hard meat. Digesting hard meat was a problem. There are also other foods which are very hard to digest, like milk. Sometimes concentrated milk, the stomach is not good at it, digesting it very fast. Sometimes you can have problems digesting such kind of foods. We want to eat soft food, then you eat little amounts, go on increasing. Try to avoid anything that is acidic. There are some fruits that you know that have got a lot of acids, because we don't want to introduce more acids in the body. Already we are trying to fight some acids. We don't want any burning on our intestines. We don't want burning in the stomach. So we try, when we are fasting, we try to avoid foods or vegetables or fruits which are acidic. I don't want to mention them because I can be spoiling someone's market here. I'm sorry, I'm not going to mention them because someone is selling them the other side of the road, and here I'm talking about them, I'm mentioning them, I might spoil someone's market. But on your own assignment, go and find out which foods are acidic, which I need to avoid during fasting. Try to take a rest when you're fasting, when you feel so exhausted. I'm talking about people who are into extremely dry fasting. Okay, fasting from food. There is when you're going to be a little bit exhausted. Please try to take a nap if you can. Take a nap. And that exhaustion is not going to kill you. It is good for you, but if you feel for sure you have become so weak, take a nap even if it is for 5 or 10 minutes. Don't concentrate on food. Don't watch videos which are involving food. Now you're there because you're fasting. You start now, you're on the net and you're seeing all the recipes, how to prepare chicken, how to roast beef, how to, you are checking all the recipes. You are looking at this colorful food, golden fry, you're looking at, you're looking at food. Do you know what you're doing in the process? You're telling the brain that brain, do you know what? Start your work. So brain is also not bad. Brain is your friend. The brain now tells the stomach, because the brain has seen, the eyes have seen, message has gone to the brain. So the brain starts doing its work. It tells the stomach that, you know what? Prepare yourself. And how does it tell the stomach? It sends its power to the intestine, to the stomach, that, you know what? Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for digestion. We are about to eat food. Because you're watching on your computer, you're watching on your phone, attractive food. Or you've taken yourself to a place where they are eating. So the stomach says, wow, my brain, my friend, thank you. Thank you for alerting me. Let me produce all that is necessary for digestion. And when they produce them and there is nothing to digest, they wait, the stomach waits, no food has come in. But you have told the stomach that, prepare yourself, food is coming. Now, the stomach prepares itself to receive food, to start digesting. Nothing is there. So the enzymes now, which are necessary for digestion, they start now digesting your stomach. And when it is digesting the stomach, because no food has come in, you can start feeling some burning or some ulcers. So if you know you're not ready for food, you're not yet ready for meals, don't check those recipes. Wait until you have broken your fast, because the stomach is going to start digesting itself. It is going to be excited for nothing is coming, and you may feel some burning in your stomach. We said try to avoid food which is not easy to be digested. Food which is hard meat. And even if you're eating it, let it be this soft one. And first munch it very well. First eat it well. Don't swallow meat which is not well, which you have not chewed well. First chew it. Otherwise, if you swallow that meat and you're fasting, when the stomach will be turning it around, struggling with it, you might feel some stomach pain. Let's have a brief break, then we shall come back. Another thing that we can do, we can take our fruits by juicing. We can juice and we take this. This is what I've made for myself, friends. I've made this juice. This one here for me. This is what I could afford today. You can also make your oil that you can afford, that is within your means. This juicing is going to help us to increase the water in our system when we are fasting, but also it's going to help us boost our immunity because we have reduced the food in our system. So we are juicing, we're taking blended juice. This is blended juice. I've blended some few things here. There are bananas, there are avocados, and then there's I think something else. This is what I could afford today. So this one boosts our immunity when we are fasting. We can take it when we are about to break our fast in the evening, or we can take it on the day we are not fasting, like on Sundays. Our faith teaches that on Sunday is the day we don't fast. We are celebrating the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ on a Sunday, so we can decide to juice on Sunday, so that on Monday, as we begin our fasting again, our immunity is boosted. If you don't eat fruits directly, you can blend them and you make this juice. Welcome back to our video. We're talking about oral health now. We have talked about health tips as far as digestion is concerned when we are fasting. Now we are talking about oral health. Oral health means something in the mouth. Oral, mouth. So oral health. Since we are not eating all day long, what are some of the tips? Let's go back to water. We want to have a fresh breath throughout the day. So what we do, we gargle some water. When we do that, we wash the mouth. We are washing our mouth. Because the scientists tell us that when we keep our mouth closed for a long time, what happens? Scientists tell us in the comment section. When you keep your mouth closed like for some 30 minutes, the mouth is closed. When the tongue is sitting on the upper, what is that thing called? When the when the tongue is just intact, no moving, no air is going in the mouth, what is likely to happen? The moment we shall open that mouth, we may not have a good smell coming from our mouth. So when we have kept our mouth for some time, we can take some water. Then we swallow that water. But when we go to our brothers and sisters who are so strict, they don't want to swallow any water. No water should go on their throat. So when you take this water and you wash your mouth, you can spit it out. You spit it out. You don't want to swallow any water when you're fasting. The water is helping us to wash our mouth, remove anything which had formed in our mouth in form of bacteria or some bad breath. Then also another health tip that can help us, especially with our oral health, is to open the mouth for some time. I know you're busy in your office, you're before your computer, you have a lot of work you're doing, you have no one you're talking with, you're concentrating on your work. Don't disturb Lady G, she's busy working, she's busy. She's not talking, So in the process, when you have no one to talk to, you don't want to talk, you don't want to do what, but you're fasting, open your mouth for some time. You can do some exercise with your mouth. Open the mouth. Breathe in, breathe out through the mouth like this. something. You can laugh a bit. Hmm? People who have people who are naturally gifted with gaps in the teeth, like Lady G. Lady G has gaps. Do you see some gaps in my teeth? Hmm? Hmm? I have those gaps. They are very easy to bring in air when I open my mouth. Even if I don't open my mouth, if I just do this, air will just come in because I have those gaps. But then there are people who don't have gaps in their teeth that for them to pass air, they have to open the mouth. It's okay, my brother, my sister. It's not your blame. You are not to blame that you don't have gaps in your teeth. Open your mouth still. You can first bring out the tongue to receive fresh air. You can do something like this. So you're trying to breathe out by maybe bad air, and you're putting in fresh air. Do you like that tip? You can sing a song. Lady G can be busy on her desk, she's working, but she can sing a song. In the process of singing, I am passing air in my mouth. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. As I'm singing, I'm breathing in fresh air, I'm breathing out that air that I do not want. There are some reptiles that like eating flies. Some reptiles. When they want to catch flies, do you know what they do? They first close their mouth for a long time. Then at one point, they will open the mouth. After a long time, they will open. All of a sudden, they will open. When they open, the flies are attracted. The flies are attracted. They come here on the mouth. They can even come on the tongue. And you know what the reptile will do? Will close the mouth all of a sudden. They swallow. So we don't want to become those reptiles that we close the mouth for a long time, and when we open our mouth, insects are moving around us, flies are coming. No. We have simple tips, simple things we can do in our home, in our office to avoid that. 1, breathing in and out. 2, washing our mouth. Now, brothers and sisters, we are still talking about oral health. Let's see another tip that can help us in keeping our mouth fresh, to have a fresh breath all day long. I'll stop the video. Now, brothers and sisters, we have brushed our teeth in the morning when we are going to work or when we are beginning our day. But for those ones who are blessed to have maybe bathrooms in their offices, or they can have a private place where they can do another brushing during the day, remember we are fasting, we are not eating. So what we are going to do in the course of the day, if we get a private place where we can do our brushing, we are going to brush again during the day to have another fresh breath. But this time round, because we already brushed our teeth during morning and we are also going maybe to brush after meal at dinner, we now use very little toothpaste because we don't want to have too much cloth in our mouth the whole day. So we are going to use this little one. We brush the teeth, but our focus here is on the tongue. And friends, we don't put toothpaste direct on our tongue because it can burn our tongue. What we do, we first melt it in our mouth. We melt it. It is the foam. The foam it makes is what we use to brush our tongue. When we brush our tongue, we are going to have another fresh breath throughout the day. Thank you very much. Hope this is helpful to us. Another health tip, friends. There are those ones who like chewing gum. When you're doing fasting from food and then you put chewing gum in your mouth. If this is chewing gum, you start. Remember, digestion starts from the mouth. As you're chewing, you have already started digestion system. You have started you have already started digestion, the process of digestion. You are chewing the chewing gum. The brain, where is the brain? Is the brain this side or this side? The brain is telling the stomach, prepare, I'm bringing food. Prepare your enzymes. Food is coming. Please get ready, get ready, get ready. Lady G is chewing gum. So anytime she's bringing food, so prepare yourself. The stomach says, yes, here I am, I'm ready to fight. I produce my weapons of mass destruction. So the stomach produces its weapons of mass destruction, the enzymes. They prepare, because you are chewing, they prepare chunks of food. They prepare for the chunks of food which is coming from the mouth, is coming inside here to be digested. Stomach waits, ready to attack, to digest. All of a sudden, no food is going in the stomach, only saliva that is coming from the chewing gum is going inside the stomach. And you know what happens? It says, okay, no food is coming. For us, we shall still go on with our work. They start turning your stomach. In the process, you start feeling some burning or some ulcers. So, avoid chewing gum. In a way, you want that chewing gum to give you fresh breath, but in the process, you are alerting your system that digestion is taking place. So you are going to have burnings, or you're going to have burning sensation, or you're going to have something like stomach ulcers. Because nothing is coming, but you're telling the stomach, I'm chewing, I'm about to swallow, get ready, and nothing is coming. So burning sensation, or some ulcers up here, they are going to something is going to burn you up here because you are disturbing our system. So Chewing gum, don't take it before you're about to break your fast. So chewing gum here when we are fasting is going to help us, okay, have a fresh breath, but it's going to have an effect on our digestion because it's going to alert us that we are going to eat. Hope we are enjoying. Now, another health tip is on the lips. The lips. When we are fasting, when we are not eating, and some of us are not drinking, we are not drinking enough, we are not eating water-filled these fruits, we get dehydrated in a way. Our body gets dehydrated. You touch the skin, it becomes, the lips now start cracking. Even sometimes the feet, the heel, our heel can get cracked. Our lips can get cracked. You can start having hard lips and they can start cracking. And you know when it cracks here, it can pain. Now, when we are going to have a video on how we can keep our lips soft the whole day to achieve soft lips. Please watch the next video. We are still on oral health, but also beauty tips and health tips as we are doing our fasting. Usually when we are fasting, because we are being dehydrated, we are not eating enough during the day, we are not drinking enough during the day, our lips are likely to dry, friends. And there are people who have naturally dry lips. So we want to see little things we can do at home to keep our lips soft. You want to have soft lips? This is what we do. We put little, or when we are brushing, we put little toothpaste on our toothbrush. We brush our mouth. The foam is what we use to brush gently on our lips, so that after brushing, the lips are so soft. Even if you pass your tongue, you're going to feel that your lips are so soft. And okay, let's see. Yeah, I want to start this way. Remember, we brush our teeth using boiled water, friends. We don't put unboiled water in our mouth because of all its associated issues. So we use boiled water. This is my boiled water because anytime I can accidentally drink it without knowing, or I can, actually I just don't want something dirty in my mouth. Any water you don't trust, please don't put in your mouth to avoid waterborne diseases. So we want to brush our lips. Don't put the toothpaste direct. You see how it is? It will burn your lips. This one is too strong for the lips, but we want to use the foam to make our lips soft throughout the day, throughout the year. Okay, we go. We are first going to brush the mouth to what can I say? How do they call it? Yes, to make this one become foam. The foam now has made. First, leave it in the mouth to dissolve. Then we are going to brush our teeth. And the toothbrush has to be that soft one, not the hard one, the new hard one. It will cut your lips. So now we are going to clean, to brush our lips so gently. Hmm. Hmm. Now, our lips are so soft. How do you tell your lips are soft? When you do this, you're going to feel that the lips are so soft, and they are going to be soft throughout the day. These are simple things, friends, which I wanted to share with you. And after, of course, brushing, for the ladies, it is good also to add some lip shine or something some jelly of your choice you can put on your lips, but your lips are going to be soft, they are going to be nice. And when you go into the other activity of mwah, 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 your friend is going to find that your lips are so soft. They are not cracked, they are not hard, they are not rough. They are going to find your lips when they are so soft, so soft. Hope you've liked it, friends. We have said fasting can lead to dehydration, and when we don't take enough water, we can be dehydrated. We can have a hard food or a cracked food. What we do to have a soft food is we have some warm water. We soak our feet in that warm water for some time, and then we scrub with something you usually use to scrub your feet, and then after you um, you apply some oil, some jelly on your foot before it has dried. When it is still wet, it is still soft, apply some oil there. The same thing with the hands. Lady G is Lady G has very soft palms. My palms are very soft. Not that I don't do work, I do work. To have soft palms, we soak them in water, then we put oil before they have dried. We put oil before they have dried, so we are having soft, fingers, soft palms. Even my sister there who is peeling food, still you can have soft palms, soft, by soaking our hands in warm water, in lukewarm water, but also wearing gloves where we can, especially when we are dealing with corrosive substances, or we are having these detergents, or we are cleaning using hard abrasive. Are those words there, please, if they don't make sense? Strong chemicals we are using to clean, and maybe they are leaving our hands dry, or maybe hard. We can soak them in water, and then we put oil. Don't wait for them to dry. Use when they are still wet, and then you put the oil. That is cleaning. Keeping our feet soft and our lips soft. So we have seen the video about brushing the teeth, and also how to brush to keep the lips soft. We have said we don't keep our mouth shut for a long time. Open it. And also in oral health, to have fresh breath also. There are some fruits which can help us. But also, friends, when we are, the last tip, whether we are fasting or not, before you leave home, the last thing should be brushing. When you brush your teeth and you take anything which has sugar, let me say you have brushed your teeth very well, you have a fresh breath, then you take tea which has sugar in it, or you eat some other foods, whether you brushed or not, you're going to spoil your breath. So the last thing we should do before we leave home or before we is brushing. Because there are brothers and sisters who say, but I brush, but then I have this unpalatable breath from my mouth. The problem is you brush and then you take sugars which sit on your tongue, on your tongue, and then later that tongue produces now the breath you don't like. So the last thing, brothers and sisters, you do before going to work or before to have a fresh breath all day long is to brush as the last thing. And in the morning, to have a good breath, we need to brush before we go to bed. The last thing is to brush before we go to bed. Then we shall wake up with a relatively softer breath. But I don't mean brothers and sisters who have problems with the teeth. There are teeth which have issues, dental issues, and they cannot just maintain a good breath. And then there are people who have got oral issues. There are some people who have throat-related, they have those sicknesses, and sometimes their breath is just coming direct from the lungs this side through the esophagus. The breath is coming from this side, or they have got dental problems, and some of them they have got ENT issues. Sometimes the breath is not coming from the mouth. My brother, my sister, the breath is coming from the nose. So that one is a different thing. But this video was about oral health tips, which are helpful when we are fasting. Bad breath, which is caused by us not eating food or us fasting. It's not about people who are sick, friends. I'm not about people who have dental issues or those who have nose, ear, throat complications. Hope you've loved this video, friends. I wish you a successful Lenten season. I'm your friend, Lady G. Please subscribe. Tell a friend about this video and many other videos. By the way, did you see my glasses? God blessed me with a new pair of glasses. They are nice. Do you see them? They are very beautiful. God is so good. God blessed me with a new type of glasses. Thank God for me. Thank God with me for His good providence. They are progressives. Those who know the things to do with glasses, these are progressives. They have got two capacities. They play, I can see, and also read. But the modern type that does not have that line, you can't see the line separating. So thank God with me, thank God for me that I have new pair of glasses. Lady G can now see. The old ones I wasn't seeing well. Thanks be to God for His providence. This is your Lady G without glasses. That's how she looks. Her eyes feel light, Lord. When I put on these glasses, my eyes open and see normally. Bye, friends. Love you. Enjoy your fasting. Fasting is good. It's healthy, but also it has spiritual benefits. Bye.